This is being recorded so that we can send it to people when they weren't able to show up. So we're trying to do that with our Zoom meetings to make sure nobody loses out on any information. So welcome back to Rio. And we have some deans who wanted to say hi to you. So we're going to see a little video from them next.
Hello ladies, I'm Dean Palento.
I'm Dean Batista.
And I'm Dean Gardner.
And we are so looking forward to getting to see you in person soon.
In the meantime, we still have some really fun activities planned for you guys.
So make sure to check your Rio emails and follow us on Instagram at pridehall.rio.
See you soon.
Dean Tim. And I'm Dean Warren. Guys, school starts next Tuesday. We very much look forward to having you in person. But due to COVID, we can't have you guys here just yet. But we do have plans to have Zoom activities and keep the dorm fellowship going online. In the meantime, just know that we're thinking about you, we're praying about you, we'll be calling in, checking up with you. Please stay safe, guys. Wear your masks. We'll see you soon.
All right, thanks. The deans, we wanted them to just say hi to you guys. And they are so excited to get to know you. They will be very active in your lives this year. They're going to be doing a lot of support and reaching out to check on you, see how you're doing, help you out if you need it. And they're also coordinating some school supply runs later on that I'll talk about later on in the meeting. I'm going to turn it over to Coach Hardesty. If you're ready, Kevin, you can take it over.
Hey guys, this is my little girl now. She's like 4 months old, but my wife's at work right now, so she's on her way home. But we're doing this here so we can do it together. She's like so interested. Look at all these people. Couple things that you guys already know most of this stuff, but Rio emails, make sure you're checking those regularly to see what's happening. A lot of announcements and stuff will go through that way. We're asking our staff to do a lot better job of streamlining so you don't get like a million Rio emails, like, oh, assignment here and there. But when you get to Google Classroom, you can go and set some of your settings and your notifications up so you're not getting a million emails. So you can go to your settings and figure out which ones that you want to get that way. So when we're asking our teachers to all streamline One Direction, the band One Direction. Facts, so family portal, so parents, make sure you guys are familiar with the family portal. We'll be filling out a lot of registration forms through that. And then the students, that's where you're gonna be able to check your grades and assignments as well as Google Classroom. During Google Classroom is where you'll find your Zoom link. And I think, Rika, did we get a slide? Did we get that screenshot of it? So we'll show you that, like what you should expect from every single class. So that's gonna kind of streamline it. So this is just my PE class, but this is what all of the teachers have gotten. So if you can see on the top right there, it says Lifetime Sports. So every class, Google Classroom should look the same. It should say whatever the class is, and then it should say the time that it meets and the days that it meets. So right there you can see that says, mine says Monday, Wednesdays in the afternoon, and then Fridays right after lunch. Those are the times it meets. Then you'll have to push that little arrow that's kind of in the middle of that Spartan head. That'll drop down the link that you can copy and paste. That's one thing that's not great. It's not a hyperlink, but we're asking all of our teachers to put right there a hyperlink and then a clickable link in that first line in your stream. So they should always move that to the top. So you should be able to know exactly where your Zoom meeting will be every single time. So all of our teachers will be using Zoom and they'll all be accessed from that spot right here. So if we go back to the other slide, thanks, Rika. Some of you guys might even already be into some of your Google Classrooms. I know a lot of teachers that have already linked it up with RenWeb. And so that means it's automatically added everyone that's in that class to there. Obviously, we're going to be online here for a little while. So we want to make sure you guys have good internet connection and computers. So if you are struggling with that, please let us know. Or if you know someone that is like struggling and you haven't been able to get a hold of them and you know that they don't have internet, please let us know. We need to try to get a call on, figure out what the plan is of action. You guys have all seen the class schedule. Hopefully, if not, look on Facts. All of your schedules are individually in there also. Tomorrow is the last day we want to be able to finalize your schedule. So if you're like, I don't want to do art class, like say we can switch it because we went on some of the suggestions you guys put last year, but then obviously we don't have all of the electives. So we had to kind of just say, okay, we got to put you in this one. And we're trying to want to match it with what diploma you want. And so tomorrow we want to finalize that because later this week, we're asking our teachers to get all the supplies in. And so once they get all the supplies in, we can then figure out a way to get to you what you need. But if you're changing classes, it's going to be a little late. So tomorrow, if you look at your schedule, if you need to change it, send Becky an email, or not Becky, send Mrs. Yingling an email, call her, send myself an email. If you have questions and you want to talk with someone about it, call Mrs. Yingling tomorrow, set up an email, call me myself, and we'll try to get that going for you. So I think that's all I got.
All right, Mr. Anderson, take it away.
Yeah, you know how much I love talking about the rules, so here we go. First of all, we really need you to be careful about the things that you do online. This is not new information. It's something that we tell you regularly. But, you know, once again, I want to put a reminder in there. Whatever interactions that you have with your teachers and with each other that's online, you need to make sure that it's appropriate. This year, we're going to ask you to be dressed as you would be for school. Obviously, we aren't going to probably see below your waist. So if it doesn't show up on the camera, obviously we aren't monitoring that, but we want you to have a shirt on. Your hair needs to be reasonably well combed or brushed. And we need your camera on because we want to see your smiling face. What we know is that if you don't have the camera on, you probably are not as engaged as you could be. We do have certain online behavior expectations. Things that you do online, as long as you are a Rio Lindo student, can come under the Rio Lindo discipline policy. It's something that we would rather not get involved in, but anything having to do with harassment, whether it's having to do with race or sexual harassment or anything else, we don't allow it. We have to stop that if and when we see it. If you as a student or as a parent want to communicate with one of our teachers, we're recommending that you use email and you use their Rio Lindo email. If you try and you cannot get in touch with a teacher, please email me and I will take it from there. If I need to set up a meeting of some sort, or if I need to communicate to the teacher, I'm more than happy to do that. But we don't want anything or anyone falling between the cracks. So if you're having a hard time getting in touch with a teacher, please let me know and I'll make sure that it happens. Okay? You can have it back, Rika.
Well, thank you. We are working really hard to get you guys your school supplies. This has been a fun project. We have a map on my wall with a whole bunch of tiny little notes that shows where you guys all live. We will be able to do some drop-offs of textbooks and different supplies that you're going to need for your labs. So we're working the next 2 days packaging those up for all of you. There's a few of you that live a little bit too far, international students. We have kids out of state that we're not going to go that far. We'll put those in the mail for you. But we're working with a local school that's kind of in your region that you'll be able to drive by and pick things up. For local families, and if you fit into this category, if you're within an hour or two of us and you'd like to come pick up your supplies in person, we would love to see you. And we're going to invite you to come on Monday between 2 and 4 p.m. unless Mr. Anderson corrects me right now. I think we're planning on 2 and 4 p.m. this Monday to say hi to you guys, to have you kind of come and do a little open house, socially distanced, of course, and we're going to have your boxes all ready for you to pick up. So if you live in Rohnert Park, Petaluma, Ukiah, even as far as the Bay Area, if you want to come, otherwise we'll drop those off to you further down. So be looking for more information about where your pickup location is. And the other part to that is, I know a lot of you guys from last year have some leftover stuff like books, textbooks. Pretty sure Gabby has one of my cameras still. Make sure you drop those off at the pickup location before we get there, because then we can just bring it back and you'll save us so much time and money. Thank you. Jesse, Pastor Malin just posted. So Rio pickup drop off isn't Monday. Even if you guys live further and you want to come over on that day, you're welcome to come. Just let us know so we can have make sure that we're not bundling your package. So this is going to take a lot of coordination, and we have a couple of deans and some student workers who are working on getting all of this together. So it's a behemoth of a job to do, but we're going to make sure we get this stuff to you so you can start school. School calendar has changed a little bit. If you've looked at our website, we are eliminating our October home leave, and we have a longer leave during Christmas time. But here's the part that will impact you. Actually, I guess it doesn't. We're having a 3-week learning period between Thanksgiving and Christmas. And we hope that after Christmas, we'll be able to start back up, but you know, that's subject to change. So we'll be posting our updated school calendar. Because we started late this year, we had to pack in a few more days, but I think most of those are during the second semester. We don't have any Sunday schools scheduled for now. And Monday, because we're doing our pickup and drop off, that will be a school day. So we'll get credit for that day. So that's pretty cool. Becky Renslow has been working really hard at compiling all this distance learning information into one place. It's this beautiful little book called our Distance Learning Guidebook. And she's going to mail it out on Wednesday. And it has all the information about how to log in, screenshots of what everything should look like, a lot of the things that we're going over tonight. So we'll be looking at sending that out on Wednesday. She's just putting the final checks on it. And the last thing I wanted to talk to you, and I have some slides on it, is registration. Since we're not having registration day where you don't get to go to all the cool little booths and say hi to everyone, it's online and not as an exciting form, but this is how you're going to fill out your registration forms. So if you go into, this only works if you access the parent portal. So parents, you're gonna need to log in and go to the parent portal. And over here on the right, it says enrollment, re-enrollment. There's a tab under family that says enrollment, re-enrollment. So you'll click on that. And then the next slide will show you, this is, I used Brenna Richards, thanks Brenna. You're gonna click on here and you're gonna open or edit your packet. So right there in the middle, you'll hit edit and that will open it up, and it's gonna have a whole bunch of permission forms, household, you'll double check your address, make sure everything is good. So that's all the packets, like all the forms that you would have filled out on the Sunday registration day. So it's all online in one place, and Becky did a great job of putting that all together. And yeah, we'll need you to fill out all of that. And there's a couple parts where you have to upload some documents. So you'll have to print something out, take a picture, and then upload it again. And if you're having issues with that, just let us know, call Becky in the office and let her know if you want to mail it in instead, if it's just like too much to do all of this. Because this is a transition. This is a different year and we're trying to get all online. So I know this is a lot. So call us and we can walk you through it if you're having issues doing the online registration check. Becky is the best. Thank you, Hannah Barnhart in the chat. She's the best. The last thing I wanted to say, if you can go to a few slides back, is that we are gonna constantly communicate with you. And I always say we want to hear back from you and get your feedback. So if it's too much, just let us know. If it's too little, just let us know. A lot of ways that we are communicating with you is we're still doing Rio Rapids, so you'll get the newsletter and have stories about what's happening in the classroom, what's happening at Rio, what's the latest with the watch list and all of that. We are also going to be a lot more active on our social media. We're finding that a lot of parents are on Facebook, but more parents have joined on the Instagram to kind of spy on their kids. We see you on the Instagram. So we've been posting a lot of stuff on Instagram. And we are talking about doing a TikTok channel if it doesn't get shut down, with the intention of being a source of light and hope and witness to our world right now. We would love for you guys as students to join with us in encouraging everybody through this time. So we're using those to socialize, to spread some good news, to encourage you in your walk with God. We're gonna have some really fun challenges. Kevin says that Mr. Anderson is the best at TikTok. We're gonna do some fun things with it's just gonna be really fun. And we have someone on staff who's really good at this, and it's not me. So if you have suggestions for hashtags or challenges or something, I will be working with a team and we'll be doing it through my office. So we're excited about it. On the other side, I want to speak to the other side of social media. I think that all of us know that there's a dark side to this. And I already follow you guys and I see what you're posting. And a lot of times I'm really encouraged by what I see, but I want you to know that I'm also kind of discouraged sometimes. So just know that we're watching you guys and we really want you to be seekers of light and truth and followers of Christ. And we want to encourage you on your journey there. So know that we can see what you're posting and we're excited to be a positive force in the world and have this platform be used for good and not the opposite. So we're going to launch into some questions and answers, and we've got the chat going. And Taylor's got a good question, and she says, regarding the medical forms, will students be required to have a physical examination prior to returning to school this year? And I can answer that quickly. I think only incoming freshmen have to do the exam. So none of you should be incoming freshmen. And Coach Hardesty, do they have to do one for sports?
Yeah, so if you've been to school here before, we've had your physical, and you only need one per school year or per time coming to the school. But you do need one every 12 months to play sports, so pre-participation in sports. So I'd recommend meeting up with your doctor, because in the past we've had a doctor come on campus and do it. I don't know how that would work in this day and age. So if you can get a pre-participation physical, those forms will be, they should be online on that portal for you to be able to do. So you will, if you do plan on playing sports, you will need one every 12 months. So they're called pre-participation physical.
If anybody else has questions, we have Mrs. Yingling. I saw she's on here too. So if you have questions about your schedule or you just want to raise your hand and have her get in touch with you, let us know. She can see on the chat. Caleb Judson asked a little bit ago, what are we supposed to do if we don't have a camera? We'd like for you guys to have a camera on your computer so we can see your lovely faces. Otherwise, let us know. I think we still have some Chromebooks left that we can put in your school supply box, and that's something, just send a note to Mr. Anderson because he's helping coordinate those. You guys excited? Somewhat. I see some smiling faces, some tentative smiles. I thank you guys for getting in touch with us on our contest that we've been running on our Instagram. I've been getting rid of a lot of t-shirts. My t-shirt bin is almost out. So we'll be doing a couple more, and we're gonna start a Rio swag store this year. So we're gonna get all new designs and gear for you guys to purchase. It'll be nice stuff. Oh, hi Ross. Ross is joining us. Linda's excited. Angel made a cool little face through, I don't know how he even did that. All right, anybody else have any questions? Eli's here. Eli just won a t-shirt a couple days ago. I'm gonna put it in your school supply box, okay, EJ? And we'll deliver it right to you. All right, I don't think we have anybody else with questions. We just have happy faces. Alejandra's happy for giveaways. She got some stuff in the mail a couple weeks ago, huh? All right, of course I want to say thanks for all of you guys for being here. And please get in touch. EJ, I meant EJ. Get in touch if you have any questions. And of course, financial information, Mr. Barnhart is trying to get through everyone for the final checks. And he's got a long list of names to call. So if he hasn't returned your call, just know that he's getting to you. And you can leave him a message or just send him an email. If it's a quick question, that's a great way to get a hold of him as well through email. So he's working with every family to set them up for their school year. And I think that's all the stuff that I had on my list. Here's our next step. You guys might want to screenshot this, or we can send it in an email to you. This is what you guys need to do over the next day or two. Make sure that you can log into your FACS family portal. Each of you students needs one, and your parents need one too. And you need to make sure you can still access your Rio email, because that's how you get into your classes. Check your class schedule. You guys all know that your class schedule is in FACS, right? FACS used to be RenWeb. That's where you can see it. Make any changes with Mrs. Yingling and start filling out registration forms, like I said. And then this is the part I haven't gone over yet. We're going to have a bunch of staff calling every single person on Thursday to do our final check. You know that registration table at the end of registration day with Mr. Benson and Mrs. Yingling? This is gonna be your virtual final check. So they're gonna call you. They're gonna make sure you did all those things, that you did your registration forms, that you're ready for school, and they're gonna say hi and they're gonna ask you how you're doing. So expect a phone call from Rio on Thursday. I don't know who it's gonna be yet, but there's a bunch of us who are just gonna be calling like wild. So just expect a phone call on Thursday, and then hopefully a pickup in your region on Friday or Sunday, and we'll be emailing you out that information. Stay by if you would like to say hi to us. Otherwise, we will be in touch. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Goodbye.